Coming up tonight on YCN News, an update on the James Robarge trial. YCN's Lisa Cannell interviews Dr. Oliver Herford about the recent measles outbreak. And an old Claremont building is near collapse. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening. It's Friday, February 6th. I'm Laura James. Welcome to YCN News. Jurors seated for the James Robarge trial will begin to decide the defendant's fate early next week. That's because the defense rested its case today. That, according to WNTK. Robarge took the stand in his own defense yesterday in Newport Superior Court. Robarge maintains that he did not murder his wife Kelly on June 27, 2013. Also testifying for the defense was New Hampshire State Police Officer Matthew Kohler. Robarge's defense lawyers called Kohler to testify about a report given to police from Unity resident Leon Morin. Morin told police he saw a car other than the one Robarge drove on the June day Kelly disappeared. This other car, a greenish-blue Subaru, was seen near the black Jetta that Robarge drove that June day that Kelly was reported missing to police. Officer Kohler told the court he checked to see if any owners of Subarus matching that description were in Sullivan County that day. None were. Defense attorneys maintain someone other than Robarge was involved in Kelly's death. Closing arguments are set for Monday morning. Robarge is charged with 2 different degrees of murder. Jurors visited sites connected with the case on January 14th. Well, an outbreak of measles in the U.S. after a 14-year hiatus continues to make news, and for good reason. The rash and medical complications it can cause in an infant or child can be serious. Today, YCN spoke with internal medicine Dr. Oliver Herford about the importance of vaccinating a child against measles. Herford is Chief Medical Officer at Valley Regional in Claremont, New Hampshire.
What does New Hampshire and Vermont, if you know it, require children to be vaccinated against before entering pre-kindergarten or kindergarten?
Well, like in every state, they're following CDC guidelines. And there are many vaccines against many diseases. Measles is one of them. Mumps and rubella are the other 2 viruses. They normally get vaccinated at the same time. And then they get vaccinated against tetanus, diphtheria, pertussis, another bacteria called Haemophilus, also pneumococcus, and hepatitis B, and some kids against hepatitis A, and then chickenpox as well. So I think that's about the list of vaccinations kids go through between first year and kindergarten age.
Are most parents or guardians getting their children vaccinated?
Oh yeah, an overwhelming majority of children in Vermont, less than in New Hampshire, get vaccinated. And if you look at numbers, when kids enter the school age in New Hampshire, 97% have the vaccine, and it's about 89% in Vermont, or have the series of vaccines, I should say.
Okay. And have you had to persuade any parent or guardian to vaccinate their child?
Well, I'm not a pediatrician, so I'm not really involved in giving those vaccines. Mm-hmm. But, there is a discussion. I talked to our pediatrician on occasion about getting the vaccine and dealing with some anxieties around it. But it's a small number of patients who really are bringing that up as an objection or a concern.
Please join us Monday and Tuesday for the rest of our interview. Remember, this interview and all YCN news broadcasts can be seen online via computer or mobile phone or tablet. Our YouTube address is youtube.com/YankeeCom. With all the snow that this winter has brought us, a side effect is the weight of snow on roofs, especially roofs that are vulnerable as this one. Claremont City officials are aware of the situation involving the roof. Bids have been sent out to demolish this old grain storage site at 157 Pleasant Street. YCN News will update you on the situation. Earlier bids received to raise the building were too high for the city financially. It's been about 2 months since the bids were sent out. Just as snow is weighing on roofs, and local and state public safety officials ask property owners to check for damage, so are motorists asked to slow down on these wintry roads. The New Hampshire State Police report that since Thanksgiving, 19 police cruisers have been hit by people driving too fast for the road conditions. The crashes into the cruisers happen when drivers don't give wide enough berth. Police said today in a conference in Concord, the 19 crashers are not a milestone. State Police want to remember that 19 is 300% over previous years, with a lot of winter still left. After the break, we'll have more news from around the region.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Laura James. 2 Sunapee residents are facing criminal charges stemming from a report of shots fired along Route 12A from a passing car in Claremont earlier this week. Police say 23-year-old Chadwick Peck Smith is charged with robbery, criminal threatening, and reckless conduct with a deadly weapon. 21-year-old Mariah Blanchard is charged by police with conspiracy to commit robbery. This case remains under investigation, and police seek the public's help. Call Claremont Police at 603-542-9538. They're called ancient roads, pathways no longer used by the public. Until now, when it comes to the town of Hartford, Vermont, Old Kings Highway again will be a public road, following the Select Board's decision Tuesday night that, according to the Valley News, this pathway dates back 206 years ago. Town officials wanted to reclaim the road to keep public access to an historic cemetery. In other Vermont news now, the lead up to town meeting continues, with residents of Windsor about to consider how often property taxes should be paid. Now taxes are paid quarterly, spread out over September, November, February, and April. Article 1 on the town meeting warrant calls for taxes to be paid on a different format, one where penalties would be assessed differently. The goal is to keep money coming in regularly to the town so it will not have to borrow in anticipation of taxes. Windsor residents will hear more discussion on all articles at 7 p.m. Monday night, March 2nd. Have you heard? More snow is expected to fall across New England this weekend, from Boston to Bangor to Berlin to Burlington. Could be another snow day for kids too. Stay tuned for our weather forecasts. When YCN News returns, we'll join Kearsarge Chronicles' Lynn Solomon. She sat down with Mary Danko, director of the Abbott Library in Sunapee.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. Matt McDonald is here to tell us about the winter storms expected this weekend.
Thanks, Laura. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a low around 6. Wind chills as low as -3. Saturday, the snow begins after 10 a.m. with a high near 22. Wind chill values may be as low as 0. Saturday night, snow is likely, mainly before 1 a.m. Lows will be around 13. Sunday, there will be more snow with a high near 19. And Sunday night, snow is likely with a low around 10.
Snow Country Snapshot is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newbury, New Hampshire.
Holly O'Brien here at Burke Mountain Resort, where the views are absolutely spectacular. Coming next season is the new Burke Hotel and Conference Center, which is designed specifically to complement that beautiful scenery you see behind me. It's going to be pretty sweet.
All of this fresh snow brings skiing and snowboarding to a whole new level. All natural, ungroomed trails like glades and moguls have deep, soft snow at Mount Sunapee, Whaleback, and Ragged Mountain. Sunapee has a ski-a-thon Saturday to benefit the New Hampshire Handicap Sports Association. Ragged Mountain just did a big build in their snow tubing park. It's got awesome drops for a very thrilling ride.
We love to get kids skiing. There's nothing more rewarding than to watch them get bow skis on and get some balance and come down that hill. It's amazing.
So who's the fastest out of all of your friends?
I think Liam is. You know how I know? He was going so fast that he lost both his skis.
Whoa! His skis couldn't even keep up with how fast he was skiing.
Nope.
The snow has been great, and the food will be too this weekend. Saturday is Vermont Specialty Foods Day at Bromley, with many brands including Vermont maple syrup on snow and Cabot cheese. Stratton's Taste of Vermont Saturday night is a big culinary challenge featuring southern Vermont's best restaurants, wineries, and bakeries.
Burke Mountain Resort, it is a special place. I'm Hallie O'Brien. We will see you next week.
Let's turn to our YCN community calendar. On Saturday, Brattleboro will hold its Winter Farmers Market at the Robert H. Gibson River Garden from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also on Saturday, there will be a drama festival at the Claremont Opera House. Showtime is 1 p.m. Remember, you can see the full calendar online at ycnnow.com/calendar. Turning to YCN Sports, we have some local high school sports results. In boys basketball, Franklin defeated Fall Mountain School 59-47. In girls basketball, our local Kearsarge team defeated Sanborn in a huge point difference. The final score was 52-16. And lastly, in boys hockey, Kearsarge defeated Sanborn again 8-5.
Thank you, Matt. When YCN News returns, we'll join Capital Connections' John O'Connor and YCN News Director Lisa Cannell for this week's News in Review.
The YCN News continues in a moment.